Hello and welcome to today's webinar to learn all about Accounting Partner Edition. My name is Eliana and I will be taking you through today's session. Let's start the session by looking at the agenda. So in today's agenda, we will be going through the objectives, the key features of Partner Edition and also a live demonstration of them. I will show you how to use the VAT Centre, how to control user access, and also show you what we have to offer in order to help you choose the best option for you and also for your practice. Hopefully by the end of this webinar, you'll be able to understand how to navigate through the Accounting Partner Edition portal and also access the different subscribed services, understand how to use the VAT Centre, and also be able to add colleagues as additional users and customize their access levels. On to the next slide, you're able to see the main key features of Accounting Partner Edition, and just to name a few of them. So first of all, you're able to import up to 500 clients' records in one go. You can also collaborate very easily with your colleagues, as you can simply invite them into the portal. You can also easily invite your clients to collaborate with you as well in both accounts and payroll. Via the Partner Edition, we provide accounting essentials, payroll essentials, and also compliance online. As you can see, our solution is end-to-end, so you can do everything under one hub. Finally, let's have a look at the areas that we're going to cover today. So I will make you familiar on how to navigate around Partner Edition. I will take you through the settings, how to set things up, how to set up users, set up clients and how to access them, and finally how to link to existing clients, so clients that already have a Sage Business Cloud subscription. I will show you how to get them linked with your Partner Edition. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to take you through those key features in a live demonstration. So first things first, if you haven't got an active Partner Edition registration, it's really simple to get this set up. Just simply go to accountants.sageone.com/sign_up and simply follow the simple steps. Otherwise, simply speak with your practice success manager and they will be able to assist you with that. So as I've got an active Partner Edition, all I need to do is go to sage.com and the login, simply choose Sage Business Cloud Accounting Partner Edition. Enter the email address and password that you created on the sign up and simply log in. And now you'll be greeted with this screen here, which is your essential client list, where all your potential clients will live. Now let's explore the tabs at the top to start with. So under client, I can see all my active clients. Under business owner, you'll be able to see the main email address that you're going to assign against the license. So for example, this can be the business director's email address. Assign users, I will come back to this for more details shortly. And subscribe services, you can see what each one of my clients is subscribed to. As I mentioned, Partner Edition is an end-to-end solution. So I've got both accounting and payroll here for my client. If I simply click onto the client, this panel will open on the right hand side, so I can access final accounts as well, corporation tax, accounting plus, payroll 10, and also the VAT Centre, which again we're going to look in more detail shortly. And finally here you can see whether the clients are VAT authorized or not. So if they are VAT authorized, you'll be able to see a tick appearing next to their names. If you have any inactive clients here on your client list that you wanted to hide, you can simply tick this box next to their name, and then you can choose to hide or unhide them. Now if I click onto the filter option, I'm able to filter my client list as well. So I can choose to view all of the clients regarding whether they're hidden or not. Now let's have a look at the settings of Partner Edition. On the top right of my screen here, I can simply select my business name and then manage business account to open the settings overview. Let's explore some of our settings today. So first of all, user settings. From here, you can only able to amend the name and the password of your account. If you want to amend the email address that you use to log in, please speak to our admin team and they'll be able to do that for you. Going back to my settings overview. Next to this, we have the business settings. And this is where you can update the company's address and company number as well, and the website. Back to my settings, we've got auto entry settings here. Here you can integrate Accounting Partner Edition with auto entry. To do this, you need to go to auto entry button. This will direct you into the auto entry website where you need to sign in and proceed with the integration. Auto entry is a piece of software that eliminates manual data entry of your client's invoices, receipts, bills, and also statements. You can simply email, scan, and upload, or you can even invite your client to snap pictures with the auto entry mobile application, and that will fully integrate with their license. Once again, I'm going to go back to the settings and into billing settings. We have all those different tabs at the top. So billing contact, you can see all the billing contact details and review them. Under direct debit, you can set up a direct debit if you're paying for the subscription here. Under the direct debit tab, you can set up a direct debit, or if necessary, you can change the details if you had to. And also under invoices, you can view all the invoices that Sage issued to you so far, and a breakdown for all the subscriptions as well. And last but not least, we have the user management. Via here, you can invite users. So this can be any colleagues of yours that you need to invite them to have access into various clients. All you need to do is click invite user. I will give you an example. So I will invite my colleague Kim. And simply click send. What happens now, Kim receives an email invitation into my partner edition that she needs to activate. In case she loses that email, I can just simply click here to resend the activation. And that's another email gone to Kim. In the meantime, until she activates this, I can simply click anywhere on that line. And I will get that panel on the right hand side where I can customize her access rights. We have different access levels here. So manager is the highest level that you can give to one of your users. And you can see a breakdown of exactly what they're going to be able to view and edit into a license. You have the advanced role, a standard role as well. They can access basic client information. You can even customize a role to make it unique for the individual, and also no access at all. So this is for any leavers that you don't want them to have access anymore to any of your clients. I'm going to give Kim a manager role and save. Under user management, you also have the user activity log. You can track user activity using this activity log. Just bear in mind this option is only available to the owner of Partner Edition and any manager users. You can see basically which colleagues gone into which client and track that. Now I will go back to my client list and explore this option here a little bit more, as I mentioned before. So under Assign Users, what I can do now that I've invited all my colleagues into Partner Edition, I can assign them into individual clients. So for example, if I only wanted Kim to have access to my client's cards and code, I can click Assign User, find Kim from the unassigned list, and move her into the assigned list, and save. So now when Kim logs in, she'll be able to only see card and code. And I can assign Kim to as many clients as I like. Probably you noticed this option here on the right hand side. So Partner Edition is pretty much self-served. So you can add a new client, you can multiple import your clients as mentioned in the beginning, and you can also migrate a client. Let's start with looking on how to add a new client manually. So simply click Add New Client. And there are two types of clients that you can choose from. So firstly, a business client. These are type of clients that will have access to accounting and also payroll essentials. You'll also be able to access final account, corporation tax, and the VAT Centre. The second option here is an individual client, which you only have access to personal tax online and the VAT Centre. So if I was to create a business client, all I need to enter is a business name, first name, last name, an email address, and the country as well, and save. Newly created clients can be found on the pending tab. As mentioned earlier, I can also import my client base. So we give you the relevant CSV file that we want you to fill in, so you don't need to worry about the format of the document that we want you to upload. And then simply upload the CSV back to the software. Newly imported business clients can be found into the Important tab until you set up their subscription as well, or compliance is accessed. Bear in mind that it's always best to check with your Practice Success Manager for any latest offers, as if you create clients on your own, it will default into full RRP, and we really don't want you to miss on any offers. So I always suggest you speak to them first of all before you go ahead and add or import clients. And finally, from the drop-down, we can migrate a client. So now if you have any clients in Sage 50 that are suitable to move over to the cloud, we do have a migration tool available. It's a free of charge tool that you're going to need to download, and it gives you a 9-stage wizard, and you can extract whatever information you want out of those businesses and that you're going to be migrating. All this information will be extracting into a JSON file, that's JSON, on your desktop. Once you've got this file, you can simply click on to upload JSON file. Once you do that, the client will appear under the pending tab, and once the process completed, this will move on to your active tab. Also, if you're moving over clients from any competitors such as Xero or QuickBooks, we work closely with Move My Books, and they'll be able to extract the information for you and provide you with the relevant JSON file as well. And the process of uploading is exactly the same. If you do want to know a little bit more about this process, we do have a dedicated webinar on the migration, so how to move your data from Sage 50 line to Sage Accounting. I will be sharing the information in the end. Now, if I was to access one of my clients, all I need to do is go onto my client and click onto accounting, for example, to access the accounting essentials. And you can see toggling between accounting, payroll, and compliance is really easy. So you go onto the left-hand corner to find this little waffle, click onto it, and I can jump onto my payroll tent, for example. As simple as that. Back to my client list now as well. What happens in case one of your clients already had a subscription and they wanted you to look after their accounts? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to log out as being the accountant, as this portal is only for accountants, and I will log in as being a client directly, so you can see the difference on the screens that they're viewing. So if I was to log out, I will log in as a client, and you will notice when I logged in as a client, the first thing I'm able to see is the summary dashboard, so I'm not able to see a client list, of course, as I'm unable to see my data set. Now, in case your client wanted you to look after them, you need to advise them to simply go on to the name of their business, just to hover over it, and manage business account to open up their settings. They should have the option on the left-hand side to say invite accountant, and onto the empty email address box here, you simply advise them to enter your email address and send an invite. What we will do now, just to see the whole process, I'm going to log out again and log back as the actual accountant. Now, if you go under the pending tab, you'll be able to see the invitation the client just sent you, and you can simply accept or reject. I will accept it in this case. Yes. And now your client is on the active list, and you can straight away start working onto their account. And that concluded the live demonstration of the key features of Partner Edition. I will jump back into the presentation to continue with looking at the VAT Centre. Now we'll look into a little bit more detail at the VAT Centre and its features. I will show you how to authenticate your practice, how to confirm your VAT registration details, how to use the VAT Centre, and also control different user access. The first thing that you need to do in order to use the VAT Centre is, of course, have access to the partner edition itself. Once the partner edition has been created, you'll have the ability to access real-time client information on the go from any location on any device, as long as you have an internet connection. At this point, I just want to make everybody aware the VAT Centre is only applicable for UK VAT registered businesses. Now, to access the VAT Centre for Hard Pocket, click anywhere on the client's business details as we briefly saw earlier. This will then bring up the window on the right-hand side showing the services that this client is subscribed to, as well as the VAT Centre. If any of your clients aren't using a Sage Business Cloud license, don't worry about it. That doesn't mean you won't be able to use the VAT Centre. You'll be able to create a brand new client through your partner edition. Just bear in mind when you create the client, make sure that you click onto the business client, which gives you access to the VAT Centre, and enter all information with an asterisk as we saw before. What we produced in the VAT Centre is a solution that gives you the ability to view everything about a client's VAT account in a single place, regardless of the software solution that they're using. Let's go through the authentication process. So the very first time you access the VAT Centre, you'll be prompted to authenticate your practice software, which is Partner Edition with HMRC. Clicking on Authenticate will direct you straight into the HMRC's website to start the journey. This creates a secure connection with HMRC and grants authority to Sage to access data via the APIs. You will need to be signed up to Make It Tax Digital and need your agent services account login details in order to create the connection. By connecting your partner edition, you won't need to log into your agent services account every time you want to use the VAT Centre. Just to make everybody aware, authentication can be revoked by yourself at any point. And to do this, you'll go to Manage Business Account. Once you click to authenticate the practice, we are directed to Authority to Interact with HMRC on your behalf page of this website. What this page is telling us is that Sage needs permission to interact with HMRC on your behalf, and you'll need to follow the 4 steps that you're viewing at the moment. If you're an agent, to use the Making Tax Digital APIs, just sign in with the user ID and password of your agent services account. As we can now see, this is the next page you'll be directed to, and all you need to do is enter your agent services credentials. You won't have to do this process every time you use the VAT Centre. Once this is done, the authority will last for the next 18 months. Confirming VAT registration details. Once the practice is connected to HMRC, you can progress through the VAT Centre. To enter the VAT Centre, go back to your partner edition, click onto the relevant client line, then open the VAT Centre, where you'll need to enter the VAT registration number for the client. This will then trigger a series of checks and validations. The first check is Sage will validate the VAT registration number with HMRC to make sure that it's a valid number and retrieve the business details associated with the VAT registration number so that you can rest assured that you've entered the right number for the right client. The second check, it will check that you're authorized as an agent to view information relating to the VAT registration number. If you aren't authorized, we will provide you with the relevant information on how to get this. And finally, we will check whether the business associated with the VAT registration number is signed up to Making Tax Digital. If we cannot retrieve the business information in step 1, you can still continue through to the VAT Centre. But if the checks fail in step 2 and 3, you won't be able to proceed any further. Using the VAT Centre. So once the validation checks have been done and we enter the VAT Centre, we're greeted with a welcome screen explaining that in the move to MTD, HMRC removed the option to view your client's VAT information from their website. But with the Sage VAT Centre, you can continue to see this VAT information for UK MTD clients. You will also be able to see what updates will be coming soon in the VAT Centre, like being able to manage your client's VAT authorizations from the Partner Edition client list. And finally, if you don't want to see this window anymore, you do have the option to use this tick box in the bottom left-hand corner. This means you won't see this page again when you enter the VAT Centre. Now let's have a look at the information that's available to you once you have entered the VAT Centre. You'll be able to see information about your client's VAT account that is no longer available to the agent through the agent services account. Sage pulls the information from HMRC, so you'll be able to see this information for all your MTD VAT registered clients. And again, this is completely irrespective of what software they use. In addition to seeing historic VAT submission data, including a view of the 9 boxes, you can also see which VAT filing periods are open. For example, the return is due to be filed. You will also have the facility to view outstanding VAT liabilities and see the status of payments and refunds. What we're going to do next is go through how to add a colleague if you wanted some assistance with a client. In the past, accountants have created multiple government gateway IDs in order to control which user in their practice had access to certain client information. In the new agent services account, accountants can only have a single account, so cannot control which users have access to client data. Now with the VAT Centre, Sage is making your life a lot easier, giving you control of your practice. You'll be able to create additional users within the Partner Edition purely to assist you with MTD. You will also be able to create a defined role for each user, and this could be just access to the VAT Centre or access to other software services that the clients is subscribed to, as well as we saw earlier. The first thing you need to do is hover your cursor over the account holder name at the top right hand corner, and this will open a small window. We now have a summary page showing the settings overview, and from here click User Management. You click Invite User. Exactly the same way we saw before, to invite the user, simply type their email address in there and send. The user will then be prompted to create their own password for future login. Now that the invitation has been sent, we can see the additional user is awaiting user activation. And in the meantime, you can just simply click on anywhere on the line to get the window again on the right hand side. Simply tick the advanced setting, and that will give them access to clients' data, compliance services, and the VAT Centre. And that concludes the VAT Centre section. Let's talk about Accounting Start, Accounting Plus, and Standard. We've introduced new tiers in Sage Business Cloud, as we are aware that not every single client will require the use of all the functionalities within accounting. As you can see here, we've broken it down into 3 main tiers. Accounting Start, which is an entry-level accounting software that's ideal for sole traders and micro businesses. We then have Accounting Standard, which is a powerful cloud accounting solution with invoicing and cash flow management. And finally, Accounting Plus, which is more enhanced, again, for small businesses who require foreign currencies or to manage stock. Moving on to the next slide to talk a little bit more about their functionality. So the Start package, you can create and send invoices, you can track what you're owed, you can automatically reconcile your bank, calculate and submit VAT. At the moment, there is no purchase ledger, it's just the sales ledger in as Accounting Start. It only supports 1 user. Then we have the Accounting Standard, where you can create and send invoices. Again, you can track what you're owed, you can automatically reconcile your bank, calculate and submit VAT returns. It supports unlimited users. You can run advanced reports, you can send quotes and estimates, forecast the cash flow, manage purchase invoices, and it fully integrates with auto entry. And finally, we have Accounting Plus, which is more enhanced. It can do all of the above. And in addition, it supports multiple currencies, and also you can manage inventory. Again, in order to know a little bit more about the pricing and the current offers, please speak to your practice success manager. Now, to summarize what we've covered today, I'm hoping everybody now was able to understand how to navigate through the Accounting Partner Edition and also accessing the different subscribed services, understood how to use the VAT Centre, and able to add colleagues as additional users and create their different access levels. And now if we have a quick recap, get your clients online with Accountant Start, Accounting, or Sage Business Cloud Payroll, one at a time or in batches using the import tool. Simply connect to their data in real time from anywhere in the world you are. Compliance online, you can simply produce accounts and tax returns using our connected applications, Sage Final Accounts online, Sage Corporation Tax online, and Sage Personal Tax online, and work with your colleagues with the multi-user capability and the role-based access rights. So as a partner to over 1 million UK businesses, we want you to know that we're here for you to help you overcome any challenges that you might be facing. On this slide, you'll be able to see a whole range of support available to you. So if you want to talk any further regarding any pricing or any other questions, your practice success manager is your main point of contact. Simply give them a call at 0191 479 5999. Visit our webinar hub to learn more about what webinars we have to offer and simply register for them. If you had a technical issue, our technical support team are able to help you 24/7. If you haven't done that already, visit our Sage University website, create a profile, and then you'll be able to access a range of free and payable courses. The Sage Business Cloud courses are all free of charge, and at the end of it, you can become an expert and gain a certification. Any further queries regarding learning or education and also webinars, just please drop us an email at accountant.education@sage.com. That brings us to the end of our session on Accounting Partner Edition today. All that's there for me to say is thank you very much for joining us, take care, and stay safe.